All right, today we're going to talk about something that's honestly probably the most important part of your building, but it gets ignored all the time. I'm talking about your electrical panel.
So let me ask you a question. What's the single most important device in your building that you walk past every single day without a second thought? Nope, it's not the fancy coffee machine, it's not your computer. It's that thing working silently 24/7, usually tucked away behind a boring little metal door. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about this unsung power hero. It's basically the silent workhorse that makes sure power gets to, well, everything you use, safely and reliably. The best way to picture it is like the heart of your building's electrical system. Seriously, it takes all that power coming in from the street and safely pumps it out to every single room through all the wiring in your walls. It's what keeps everything alive, electrically speaking.
So, what's actually going on inside that box? It seems simple, right? But, well, what's inside can be anything from super simple to incredibly complex, and it all depends on where you find it.
Okay, let's break it down. An electrical panel, you might hear it called a breaker panel or a distribution board. It really only has one main job. It takes that big, powerful electrical line coming into the building and splits it up into smaller, manageable circuits for all the different areas.
And like I said, the complexity can be night and day. Think about your house. That panel is pretty straightforward, right? It's just handling lights, outlets, stuff like that. But in a big industrial plant, whoa, those panels can be incredibly sophisticated. They might have something called a PLC, a programmable logic controller, which is basically a tough little computer running the whole show, managing all the complex machines and automation. So, same basic idea, just on a totally different level. But here's the thing. Whether it's a simple panel in your basement or a massive industrial one, its number one most important job is always the same: safety. That's what those breakers or fuses are for. The second there's an overload or a short circuit, bam, they cut the power instantly. And that's what stops your equipment from getting fried or worse, preventing a fire.
So, this is a really crucial point. You can't just install it and forget about it. That panel needs some attention. And lucky for you, we've got a super simple but really effective 6-point safety check that anyone can keep in mind. Okay, first three steps. Number one, just look at it. Seriously, a regular inspection every few months for stuff like rust, weird discoloration, or loose wires can save you so much trouble. Number two, tighten any loose connections. This is a big one. A loose connection creates heat, and that buildup of heat is one of the top causes of electrical fires. And number three, keep it clean and dry. Dust and moisture are like kryptonite for electrical systems. Dust messes with insulation, and moisture, well, that just leads to rust and corrosion. All right, let's get to the next three. Number four, test your circuit breakers. They're your first line of defense, right? You got to make sure they'll actually trip when they're supposed to. Number five, and this might be the most practical tip of all, label everything. We'll get to why that's so important in just a moment. And finally, number six, keep the area in front of the panel clear. Don't stack boxes or lean stuff against it. There's a reason that's in the electrical code. You need to be able to get to it fast in an emergency. So let's go back to that labeling thing. Just imagine for a second, an outlet starts sparking, or maybe there's a leak near some electronics. You run to the panel, you swing the door open, and you're just staring at a wall of identical switches with no labels. What do? That panic, that frantic guessing game, that's chaos. And in an emergency, it's a huge waste of time you just don't have.
Okay, now picture that exact same emergency, but this time you open the panel door and you see perfect, clear labels. Kitchen outlets, bedroom lights. Boom, you flip the right switch in 2 seconds. See the difference? That's not just being organized. That's calm, that's control, that's safety right when it matters most.
When you put it all together, it really leads to one simple conclusion, doesn't it? A little bit of proactive maintenance isn't some boring chore. It's truly one of the best investments you can possibly make in the safety of your building. Because at the end of the day, this really isn't about being an electrical engineer. It's about a simple, consistent habit. As the source material puts it, by maintaining your panel correctly, you will be veering towards reliability and stability for the long term. It's really just about respecting the heart of your building. So, next time you walk past that little metal door, maybe don't just ignore it. Give it a nod, because really, isn't it about time you checked in on your building's most important and probably most ignored unsung hero?